Alright, here we are. We're about to embark on the Bronco off Roadeo in New Hampshire, Guilford, New Hampshire at Gunstock Mountain. I'm leaving North Reading, Massachusetts right now, and I am on my way. Can't wait to get up there. Alright. In New Hampshire. Doesn't take long for me to get to New Hampshire. About 15. Next right.
Turn right onto Panorama Drive, then arrive at your destination.
I have been looking forward to this ever since I got this vehicle. I am very excited about this. I hope it is. I don't see any Broncos yet. I'm sorry, I don't see any Bronco Sports yet. Okay, this makes sense. Turn left. Okay. Hey, it's a good way to get broken in here. More fun driving in here. This is going to be fun. If we have to do this at the beginning. Can't wait to see what they put us through. There we go. There's our sports. Turn right. We're supposed to park in here? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay, these belong to people here. Parking. Oh, look at this. Very nice. Sweet. Oh, there's another. Oh, that's a first edition red one. Okay. Oh. Couple of people from New Jersey. Oh, very. All right. I've been nominated to be the lead vehicle by the trail staff here. So I guess I'll be taking that active orange right up on the hill there. I was kind of hoping to take the Kodiak brown here, though. Really love that. Looks like root beer. Oh, we don't get the Falcon tires either. We only get the Pirellis. All right. Okay, throw this in the back.
Kind of get into line here. So Ben, if you could just turn hard to the right and head over towards where Jim's going to be. And then
here we go. I am the lead vehicle here.
Pull up to an intersection and you don't know which way to go and you don't know where the group went because they didn't wait for you, do me a huge favor. Don't guess. Just stop and call me on the radio and I will tell you which way to go. Alright, we'll stop right here. So, before we enter the trail network, what I want you to do is pick a screen on your screen in front of the steering wheel. So we're going to use the toggle on the right hand side of the steering wheel, and we want to get to the screen that shows intelligent four-wheel drive. So that screen is going to show a little car, and there's going to be bars next to each kind of tire, and so as we drive through the trails here, you can kind of look at those bars and see where the power is being sent. So intelligent four-wheel drive it's going to be front-wheel drive biased, but it is going to pick when it needs to send power to the rear tires. So we're going to leave it in that mode for the first section of trail, and then we'll lock it into four-wheel drive for the more difficult stuff up ahead. So yep, go ahead, go to drive, and we're going
practicing my
oh, you're parking.
My
right.
e-brake technique.
Yep.
So did you say stay in standard mode?
Yeah, just
okay.
normal. So we're just leaving the vehicles in normal mode of the goat dial. We're not touching any of that stuff. We'll play with that this afternoon.
Oh boy.
So we like to teach technique, and hold up for here for a second.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
They're gonna go that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chicken. Evan to Aaron.
Evan, are we clear to go left?
Yeah, if you go that way, it'll bring you to the parking lot. When you get to the brown building, just go left before the brown building.
Right here.
Oh, this is great footage on my
Oh yeah.
running.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna leave the vehicles in normal mode, and we're just gonna be pressing some of our buttons ourselves instead of relying on the goat modes to do that for us, so that later this afternoon you'll be able to better understand what those goat modes do. And that, I believe, is the last one, so go ahead.
All right. Whoop.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're good.
There we go.
So that was a perfect example right there of that we are not the only ones using this trail network today. So we may encounter other Bronco groups, but we also may encounter hikers, mountain bikers, even horseback riders.
Oh, okay.
So
Good to know.
when we encounter those other outdoor people, we are going to give them the right of way, and we'll kind of stop and pull over. You always, always, always give horseback riders and horses the right of way. You always shut your car off and make sure that you don't spook the horse. And then Ben, on the trails, for the most part, it's going to be keep it under 10 miles an hour.
Okay.
And obviously slow down for the big bumps and stuff.
Yeah, so I can go a tad faster than 6.
Yep, it's up to you.
I don't want to make it boring for these guys back here either.
Yeah,
So we can kind of get on it a little bit right here, under 10.
Yeah.
All right, that's
There are
9
going to be a
miles an
couple
hour.
of potholes and stuff.
Okay.
So just slow down for those, especially the big ones.
All right.
Yep. But you don't have to go 10.
Okay.
You know, the terrain dictates how fast we go.
10 doesn't mean 20?
No, right.
Because on the way up, 70 meant 90 today.
Oh, I know, I bet.
In fact, I had two ancient ladies in a Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
They were going 90 miles an hour. They almost tapped 100.
Wow.
Couldn't believe it.
Was it the old Lincoln Town Car? Or
No, it was a newer one.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
And I looked over and I was like, man, that is a hot rod granny.
Yeah.
Their license plate was GAM.
Oh, that's funny. So at this fork, you're going to stay to the right.
Okay.
All right, so first test of convoy procedure, everybody. Make sure when you get to the fork here, just peek in your rear view. If you can see the car behind you, you're good to go and you can keep going.
I'm going to use my directional for them.
Yeah. And feel free to use your directionals, your blinkers. It only helps keep the group together. So the other part of convoy procedure is your following distance. So if the only thing you can see is the Bronco Sport in front of you and their back bumper, you are too close. You need to space out a little bit. So I recommend about 3 vehicle lengths in between each car. So that way you can see the bumps and rocks and ditches and things that you're driving over, and you can decide how to best drive through or over those. probably through this section like around 5 miles an hour,
Okay.
because it's going to be bumpier.
Okay.
And when you bounce the suspension, it lowers it just for a second, but you're more likely to touch stuff.
And I kind of want to
underneath.
follow the easiest path, right?
Yeah,
So if I stay
mean,
on the humps.
Yeah, pretty much. But on this one, see how there's 2 tracks.
Yeah.
We want to keep our tires on the dirt. And
In
not,
the okay, not
on
up
the
on the.
grass. Yeah. And remember, your Bronco Sport in the Badlands has 8.8 inches of ground clearance, so just about 9 inches. So when you're driving down the trails, you just kind of have to be kind of paying attention and looking for any rocks that look pretty tall that might be over 9 inches. But I think on this trail we should be okay for the most part. And again, we want to go relatively slow, because if you go too fast,
I got a good one right there.
yeah, that one should be okay.
Okay.
Just go slow. If you go too fast, you're going to bounce the suspension, and when you bounce, it lowers that suspension for a second, and you're more likely to hit something underneath the vehicle. Now, the Sports do have bash plates or skid plates underneath the vehicle that help protect some of those sensitive areas, but we really only want to rely on those when things don't go to plan, right? We don't want to be smashing things underneath all day, because those aren't bulletproof and they will fatigue over time.
Yeah, looking down the hill here, we are on the mountain.
Oh yeah. And then as we're driving through this section of trail, just keep your tires in the dirt, right? This is 2-track is what it's called.
Okay.
So we don't want to be driving too far left or right. Some of this vegetation has grown up pretty tall from the recent rainstorms we've had, so you might hear some squeaking, but that's okay. It's not hurting anything under the car.
It's cleaning it.
Kinda.
Brushing everything off.
Yeah.
I see what you mean about having the seat forward. I
Yeah.
just put it forward a little bit,
Yeah.
just as we were going here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little chippy. Look out, little chippy.
Look at it.
Says, you're not supposed to be here, you're a car. This is my land.
Right? Yeah.
There you go.
And that was just a clearing the chipmunk out of the road honk. That wasn't a crossover steering honk.
Okay.
Yep, just nice and easy over these ones.
Must have gotten pretty muddy in here over the
Yeah,
past few days.
Yeah, and it's still pretty muddy out here because the tree cover doesn't let the sun dry everything out. So
Yeah.
we'll definitely be hitting some muddier sections later. So it's super important when you're off-roading, right? The terrain dictates number one, how fast you're going to be moving. Obviously, we're going slower over the big rocks and bumps and things. But also it dictates how you set your vehicles up. So because this section was a little bit more aggressive off-road wise, that's why we picked that four-wheel drive system, so we could make sure we can maintain traction and maintain our forward momentum.
Whoop.
That rock came loose. Yeah, just probably through this section around 5 miles an hour.
Okay.
'Cause it's going to be bumpier.
Okay.
And when you bounce the suspension, it lowers it just for a second, but you're more likely to touch stuff.
And I kind of want to
underneath.
follow the easiest path, right?
Yeah,
So if I stay
mean,
on the humps.
Yeah, pretty much. But on this one, see how there's 2 tracks.
Yeah.
We want to keep our tires on the dirt and
In
not,
the okay, not up on the.
grass. Yeah. And remember, your Bronco Sport in the Badlands has 8.8 inches of ground clearance, so just about 9 inches. So when you're driving down the trails, you just kind of have to be kind of paying attention and looking for any rocks that look pretty tall that might be over 9 inches. But I think on this trail we should be okay for the most part. And again, we want to go relatively slow, because if you go too fast...
I got a good one right there.
Yeah, that one should be okay.
Okay.
Just go slow. If you go too fast, you're going to bounce the suspension, and when you bounce, it lowers that suspension for a second, and you're more likely to hit something underneath the vehicle. Now, the sports do have bash plates or skid plates underneath the vehicle that help protect some of those sensitive areas, but we really only want to rely on those when things don't go to plan, right? We don't want to be smashing things underneath all day, because those aren't bulletproof and they will fatigue over time.
Yeah, looking down the hill here, we are on the mountain.
Oh yeah. And then as we're driving through this section of trail, just keep your tires in the dirt, right? This is 2-track is what it's called.
Okay.
So we don't want to be driving too far left or right. Some of this vegetation has grown up pretty tall from the recent rainstorms we've had, so you might hear some squeaking, but that's okay. It's not hurting anything under the car.
It's cleaning it.
Kinda.
Brushing everything off.
Yeah.
I see what you mean about having the seat forward. I just put it forward a little bit,
Yeah.
just as we were going here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little chippy. Look out, little chippy.
We'll get it.
Says, you're not supposed to be here, you're a car. This is my land.
Right? Yeah.
There you go.
And that was just a clearing the chipmunk out of the road honk. That wasn't a crossover steering honk.
Okay.
Yep, just nice and easy over these ones.
Must have gotten pretty muddy in here over the past few days.
Yeah, and it's still pretty muddy out here because the tree cover doesn't let the sun like dry everything out. So
Yeah.
we'll definitely be hitting some muddier sections later. So it's super important when you're off-roading, right? The terrain dictates how, number one, how fast you're going to be moving. Obviously we're going slower over the big rocks and bumps and things. But also it dictates how you set your vehicles up. So because this section was a little bit more aggressive off-road wise, that's why we picked that four-wheel drive system, so we can make sure we can maintain traction and maintain our forward momentum.
Would these still be pretty good in normal mode there?
Yep.
Or no?
Yeah,
If you're doing all this
through
normal
here,
mode.
it probably would have been fine
Yeah.
still, but
Just why bother?
it's just
take a
it's
chance?
more like because that was a hill and an incline.
Back
Right.
there. Yeah.
If we spin tires on a hill, you're gonna start sliding backwards,
Oh, okay.
and we don't want that.
And ripping the trail up a little bit, right?
And digging the trail up. Yeah. So it's kind of twofold.
So I want to stop here, right? Because we're at an intersection. Or
Well, you don't have to stop at every intersection, but we
Okay.
are going to stop here at this
Okay.
one. We are going to go right in a second, but
Yeah.
we're going to set the vehicles up, so we'll let everybody catch up for a second
Okay.
here. Cut off the brake and just let it do its thing. So as we go through here using trail control, you might hear some grunting noises. That's just the ABS system being applied. So when you're using trail control and it activates the brakes to slow down, it's gonna send brake pressure to individual tires. So it feels for traction. So if one tire were slipping or sliding, it would release that brake and apply more brake pressure to another tire. And then it also works the same with the throttle. If one of the tires is spinning, it will stop sending power to that tire and send power to the other tires. You should be good on all the rocks
Okay.
here. You shouldn't have to really worry about them too much.
All right. We're gonna just stay in it, right?
Yep.
Okay. This is gonna
Just
activate the
start
brakes,
slowing
right?
down. Yep. There you go. And you got to trust the
Nice.
system to do its job. So when you're coming downhill, don't touch any pedals. Just let the vehicle do its thing. And you're going to stay to the left.
Okay, we're not going up that,
No,
right?
we're not going up that.
You think it can?
It could.
Yeah.
The only limitation really is ground clearance with these vehicles. Yeah, and everybody's still together, so we're good.
They got these trails really cleared out nicely, huh?
Yep. So a lot of these trails are actually part of cross-country skiing trails in the wintertime.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they get used year-round.
Uh-huh. There just is no branches that are rubbing up against us here.
Yeah. Yep.
Unless there's gonna be.
No, they're pretty wide
Yeah.
for the most part. So just at the end here, we're going to be at an and we're going to continue down the trail a little bit here to a stopping point where we'll get out and we'll kind of talk about the obstacles that are up in front of us.
We gotta adjust the clocks. We're all still on Texas time.
That's funny. That is funny.
Oh, we get to go over a dead tree, huh?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So we'll pull up to
A couple of 'em.
Yeah. So
Oh, they were put here on purpose, weren't they?
Stop right about here.
All right.
These ones were, but it does happen naturally.
They're both cut on each side.
Sweet. Stop right there.
Yep.
All right, did we scrape anything?
No!
Anything? Sweet. So we want to do that with all the cars, all right? So Ben.
Should I go to the next log there?
See that stick?
Yeah.
That wasn't there.
Okay.
That's a good marker. So
Okay, the one
go-
across the
go
trail?
straight over that stick, and then once you get past that stick, just stop.
Okay.
All right?
I am having a blast here. I got the lead vehicle, which is great for one thing. I get to see the whole trail, but I'd like to see the other guys too, the other vehicles. All right, I'll stop right here, bring the camera, I'll catch some of this stuff.
Got it? Go ahead. Good. And I want you to line up a little bit more in the center here. That way. Nice and slow. Good. Nice and slow. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, perfect. There you go. Yeah, keep your wheel nice and straight. Come a little bit this way. Now straighten it. Right there. Good. Yep, nice and easy.
That one's got the cloth fiber thing hanging off the bottom too.
Yeah. A little bit this way. Yep, nice and easy. There we go. Good. Cool. All right. Hop back in, everybody. We'll keep going. Today, if you see ruts forming in the mud, right? Ruts are where the tires of the car in front of you went through and left a deep spot. You don't want to put your tires into that deep spot, because if you kind of railroad it and everybody takes the same exact line, those ruts are going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. So instead, what you want to do when you see ruts in the mud is you want to just stagger yourself left or right and try to put your tires about 1 foot left or right of the ruts that are already formed in the mud. So that way, when your tires drive over, it will kind of squish down the high point of the rut and fill back in the low point, keeping the trail more even. And also there's going to be some standing water from some recent rainstorms, so there's going to be puddles and things like that. Never assume that you know how deep that puddle is, all right? You always want to ease into it, and then until you kind of feel it flatten out, and then you ease out of the water. But also never stopping in the water, because that's how you get stuck. But yeah, never assume you know how deep it is, because it could be 2 inches deep or it could be 2 feet deep. Oh, that tree is falling over. And then lastly, let's just remember our convoy procedure. So when you get to an intersection, just take a quick peek in your rear view, make sure that car is behind you. And also make sure you're not following too closely. And up here, you're going to stay to the left.
Okay. Okay, so I just want to take this head on, or?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, this one you can go straight to. So up ahead is going to be a pretty rocky kind of hill climb.
Okay.
So we're going to stop at the bottom and we're going to get kind of everybody out and we'll take a look at it and talk about how to do it. So
Pull it up a little more.
Yep.
All right. Keep the other guys from having to walk too far.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So right
Okay,
about here is
nice.
good.
All
right, folks, you can pull up relatively close to the sport in front of you, and once you're pulled up, go ahead and use that emergency brake, go to park, and shut them off, and hop on out and walk to the front.
Yep, right. Come a little bit this way. There you go. Yep, a little more this way. Good. A little bit. Yep, nice and easy. There you go.
Holy cow.
Look at that.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Yeah, thank you.
That was all driver.
No, spotter. All spotter.
Ben, just go ahead, keep going forward. I'll let you know when to stop on
Okay.
the video, and then you can come back and watch the rest.
Wow, I can't believe this thing just did that. What an amazing vehicle. I didn't put my
That's
seat.
good right where you are.
A little bit this way. There you go. A little bit.
So you guys took a different path. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Rock and roll.
Don't move.
You don't need that. It's the rear arm.
All right, you're good. Keep going. So, were we successful? Yes. Did we scrape? Also yes. So, maybe that's not the best line.
I don't know. I'm gonna go.
Could we move the rock? Yes.
Yeah.
However, whenever you're moving rocks to make it more accessible for your vehicle, you always kind of want to put things back the way you have. So, we're going to leave it like that because we know there's other line choices that we can take to make it through here. So Jim's going to be taking a little bit wider. First,
I'm gonna play by old Navy rules. First one to die loses.
so if you notice the front tires, they might slip a little bit on one side or the other. And that system would kick in and kind of apply brakes to whatever tire is spinning. Yep. And by having the rear locking differential activated, that's how we maintain that traction and push it up the hill. Because if you think about it, when you're going uphill, the weight of the vehicle shifts to the back, so we have better traction over the rear tires. And we want to take advantage of that traction, so we have that rear locking differential on. All right. I would say you guys are next. Okay, so David, I am going to take you up and snake you through here like we tried with the second car, but we're going to try not to break you. So put a little bit this way. There you go.
Very nice.
Yep. Now we're going to turn this way. Yep. So, yeah, come forward. A little bit this way. Alright, keep it right there, nice and slow.
Ooh, nice.
Easy, easy, slow, slow, slow. Hold on. Let me flip.
Right, that's good.
Sorta. Except for the cloth thing underneath.
Well, there's a skid underneath that.
Yeah.
But the problem
Yeah, I
is
know that. I've already
you got
tapped
lines.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Right.
That was the first thing I wrecked.
The front bumper on mine is messed up.
Haven't done that yet.
Get it uncovered.
Now we're getting into the plans,
Yeah.
aren't we? Dun, dun, dun.
Clean car, barely off-road.
Okay, so David, I want you to turn your wheel a little more that way. Slowly come forward. Yeah. Now turn back towards me.
Nice, good.
Stop right there. So, if we look, it's probably still going to scrape when this back tire falls, right? It's going to go down a little bit into this hole. And so, I am going to move a rock to help us out so we don't scrape.
Also, this tire is gonna be in the
I'm going to find a somewhat flat one. And it doesn't have to be very big.
How about this right here?
It just has to be enough. There you go.
Too big?
Just has to be enough so that when we drive forward, those tires go up onto that rock and it's going to give us a little bit more ground clearance underneath the vehicle. So, David, what I want you to do is turn almost all the way towards Jim and nice and easy start going forward. Yep. Yep. All right. Little scrape, but a lot
Not
less
as
than
bad.
last time.
That was gentle.
Nice job.
That's exhaust, no problem. Not a big deal.
Perfect. All right, did he already go down there?
Yes.
Sweet. And then Zach, you're looking to Jim for this one. But at the same time, if you as a driver feel like, hey, I don't trust what my spotter is trying to tell me to do, you can stop things and just ask them to kind of talk you through what they're thinking.
Right.
Rocking it up.
Done. There we go. Yeah, you want to be gentle when you add throttle, because if you go too fast, it spins tires, right? And we'll talk about more of that when we do a hill climb. All right, so at this, not this left, but the left that goes into the
with all the
grass.
green?
Yep. We're gonna go that way.
All right.
Green left.
Yep. Green.
Oh, we gotta watch out for
Yeah, you're good up there. No.
crazy mofos coming down the hill there.
Yeah.
So we're just picking a better line and using a little momentum. So a little bit this way. Yep, keep it rolling just like that. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Turn a little bit this way. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling, keep it rolling, keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Fucking A, wow. Oops, pardon me. Wow.
All right.
Sorry, I dropped a cuss word.
Go ahead, turn to the right for me.
Okay.
Up here, and then you're good.
Oh.
Like, I don't know, this is probably 23 degrees?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Let's see.
All right.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit, but you're good. So that was probably in normal mode. All right, you guys can hop in and just wait your turn. There we go. Yep, all the way up to the right. Perfect. There we go. So, did anybody use a lot to move down? All right, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Vehicles can be left in normal, and we're gonna use rock crawl in a minute. So we'll just leave them in normal for now, and we'll make our way up the trail. I'll let you know when we need rock crawl.
That's a little tricky right there.
Yeah. And just watch that ditch as you're making this left-hand turn up ahead. So again, by using rock crawl through the section, we're making sure that all four tires are getting equal amounts of power by that four-wheel drive system being fully engaged. And then it also locks that rear differential. Ooh, that was a good one.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah, I don't know. It locks that rear differential, which makes sure we maintain our forward traction, or forward momentum and traction coming up the hill. So coming up, there's going to be a stump on the driver's side.
Yep.
And we are going to be turning basically around that stump.
Okay.
And it's a sharp turn, so I think what we'll do is Jim and Al hop out and just make sure everybody gets through here, because there's a big rock on the other side that
Okay.
we'll worry about. And actually, you can,
There's a Sharpie right there too.
yeah, so you can stop right here for a second.
All right.
And
And then it's almost a U-turn coming around here. Further so we can get everybody around this one. Alright, next, come on up.
Okay, we are sideways.
Yep, you got it.
Hello, Branch.
And Ben, yeah, that's probably good right there. So once you make this...
there you go. And then just This is that same rock.
Okay.
So this time you gotta put your driver tire on it.
Oh,
And go nice and slow as you go over it.
Yep.
All right, so again, as we just looped around at the top, and we're gonna start making our way back down. And when you encounter that rock that Jim was spotting at, this time you're gonna put your driver tire on it and slowly creep it off the edge. If you go too fast, it's gonna drop and you're gonna hit the underneath on that rock. So just go nice and easy with front tires and the back tires.
There's the back.
Yep, and you'll feel it go down and you're good.
Yeah, you're so right about the suspension.
Mm-hmm.
If you do it too much, it's gonna bottom out.
Yep.
You're gonna hit.
Yeah, a lot of people get the false idea that off-roading is just going fast through mud, and that's because that's what the commercials show.
Yeah.
So there's so much more strategy to it to be able to get through something and successfully, which means to me not getting stuck and not destroying your vehicle. Although there are some people who subscribe to the theory that if you didn't break something, you didn't off-road properly. And I like driving my cars better than fixing them, so.
Drag racing, it's okay to break stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That means you got a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
More power than the car can handle, so.
Oh yeah.
So you got to get bigger axles next time.
Yeah. It's always something's the newest weak link when you upgrade stuff.
No, I can get that carbon fiber drive shaft.
It's the same thing everybody with the Broncos, like everybody's complaining that the tie rods weren't built strong enough because people keep breaking them when they're off-roading. But the only people who are breaking them are the people who are putting on bigger tires and a lift kit. Because when you do that, you're putting more strain and you're changing the angle of that suspension component, and so then it snaps. And down here, you're gonna go left. Just watch the big boulder.
Yep. We got this little guy here, which is kind of throw things off a little bit, isn't it?
That one shouldn't hit. We should be okay. Just careful on that one.
Oh no, I was just worried about what it'll do to coming off the other side here.
Yep.
Driving the nose into the ground.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice. But like we go out every day with the stock Broncos. We haven't modified anything, and pretty much brand new off-road drivers who've never done it before.
Yeah.
And we've never snapped a tire.
Yeah, nobody's breaking anything here, right?
It's only when you modify stuff. And I would also much rather snap a tie rod versus destroy my whole rack and pinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody's now beefing them up. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're.
Yeah. Which is going to put more strain on that rack and pinion. So. And so up ahead here on the trail, there's going to be some slabs of rock, and there is some mud on this section, which might make those slabs a little bit slippery. So I think we're all still in rock crawl mode.
Yep.
Just nice and easy as you're making your way up and over those. And if you think you need that rear locking differential, go ahead and turn it on. But we made it up without it, so we should be good. And we're going to turn to the right.
And that's cobble crown to the left, correct?
Yep. Yep. So there's this picnic table right here.
I was just gonna say, yeah, there's a picnic table. Let's stop. Stop and collect our thoughts. Do I want to go around that or over it? Or
that's one of those things where you got a room to go around it, or you could put your passenger tires onto it.
Which I could do right here too, just for the heck of it, right?
Yep.
There we go. We went over a big rock there.
Nice.
Get our money's worth here.
Same thing with this. We'll shift so it doesn't hurt itself, but we find when you're off-road, you want it to kind of stay in that gear longer, and it's like, nope, I'm leaving. I'm going to second gear or third gear. So, kind of is one of those.
Darn it, going right would have been more fun, wouldn't it?
No, we're gonna go that way.
Oh, we're gonna, okay.
Yeah, we loop around. Yeah, this is another little loop, and we're gonna stop at the pond up here and talk about recovery gear.
Okay. God, this is beautiful out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we try to pick somewhat scenic stopping points.
It's kind of hard around here with all the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of like open vistas.
Yeah.
This is kind of a nice little spot at the wetland over here.
Ooh, Blair Witch Project.
So we'll kind of come just around the corner and let's see.
Just pull up a little bit ahead.
Yeah, we'll go straight still. We'll
Okay.
pull up just enough to get everybody. All right, folks, so we are going to be stopping at the pond over here. So right here is good, Ben. So
Right.
just go ahead and pull up to that car in front of you, park it up.
Data. Get the rocks, get everything. I panned out. Trying to get everything. Look at it. Cool.
Yeah, so as I was saying, kind of lost track of what I was saying. The pricing out a 22.
Mm-hmm.
In mine, I have the Falcon tires, and I have the towing hitch,
Gotcha.
and that's pretty much it. And my sticker was $36,390.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's more like it's about, I think it's like $38,900,
Yeah.
$40,000.
Wow.
But I think when I priced it out, it was about $40,000 or $41,000.
Everything seemed to have jumped like 2-3 goes. The second car in line is going to count to 10 Mississippi. So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. All right, once you get to 10, then you can go. And the car behind you is going to do the same thing. So we'll space out. We'll end up in a clearing at the end, and we'll turn around. And if you want to swap your driver out, you can, and we'll run it back the same thing with the same rules. Does anybody have any questions? Awesome. So keep it under 25, 10-second count until it's your turn. Go ahead.
Yeah, right.
And slow down for the turns and the bumps. So it's going to go to the left, and you can go, 15 around the corner like this. This is good.
Oh, nice.
And then it comes back to the right, and then it goes to the left again. Yep. And then it kind of straightens out, so you can pick it up to like 25 if you want to.
I'm at 25.
Perfect.
24, 25.
That sun is not helping. And keep going all the way up into the clearing. We're going to kind of stay to the right-hand side of the clearing here. And we'll go all the way down to the end, and we'll U-turn to the left.
Oh, there's a couple of deer right there.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Hey, guys.
So a young deer.
They're hanging out over here because the hunter's on the other side.
Yeah.
smart.
And once you get into the clearing at the end, just pull all the way up and do a U-turn behind the other cars. And we'll stop right here just to make sure nobody runs into us. And that's going to be a factor to think about, is that sun,
Yeah.
having this later in the day.
Oh, that's 29.
Yeah, that's right. Coming down that hill, it's hard to keep it slower.
As soon as you give us the go-ahead to go a little faster,
Yeah.
it's tempting.
Yep. And then coming around this turn,
Woo-wee.
there's a little bit of a straightaway, but we're going to slow down up ahead.
Okay.
So start slowing down, and So right here we'll stop.
I'm just gonna keep rolling a little bit.
Yeah, just slowly. Yeah, that's perfect. Give them some space. Yeah.
Stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just wait right here. Because once you come around that corner, it is a straightaway, so you can actually see what's in front of you.
There we go.
Another trail to the left, and we'll stop just before it so that Jim and I can hop out, and this
Okay.
is where the technical stuff starts.
So cool.
Yeah.
All right, right here, good?
Yeah, this is probably
Okay.
good. So with overgrown plants, you just always want to kind of go slower because you never know if there's a boulder hiding in there. All
You
right.
want, I want to get out, or?
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're staying. So Jim and I are going to be hopping out. So this is where the technical section starts. So if you wanted to swap drive. And then you're going to stay to the left.
And rock crawl with the rear differential shut off, because that's going to allow us to make those tighter turns easier. And we'll turn on the locking differential if we get stuck and we need it. So Ben, whenever you're ready, come on in, and then once the car in front of you starts rolling, just make sure that you can see what you're going to be driving over and you can start coming on in.
Holy moly.
And here's a little pro tip for everybody. Your side view mirrors can be angled down to give you a visual of your back tire. So that way you have a visual reference point for the back half of the car. Throttle control is important on this kind of terrain, so that's why we're also using that rock crawl mode to give us a little bit better throttle response.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, I'm good on this tree here. Whoa.
You're good, man. You're good.
Okay.
There.
Yep, Ben, give it more this way. Turn, 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 turn.
There you go. All right. Nice and easy. There you go.
Man.
Got it?
So it
Alright.
is a little bit muddy and slippery in here, so we got to try to kind of keep the tires rotating to limit how much slipping and sliding we actually do.
Uh-oh.
And we want to refrain from jamming the brake pedals.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a little slippery.
Yeah.
Coming up, there's another tight turn here.
Okay.
So just do your best. If you need to back up, feel free.
Okay.
All right. If you need help, just stop and let me know.
Okay.
I'll come help you out.
So I'm going to go around that tree
So-
right there.
So the trail cuts hard to the left.
Okay.
And then I think it kind of comes back to the right a little bit too.
You want me to stop around the corner there?
Once you get around the bend, there's a downhill.
Okay.
I want you to stop at the top of that downhill.
Got it.
All right.
Okay.
And if you need help, just let me know on the radio.
All right. Thank you, Evan. Wow.
There you go. Yep, keep it rolling forward, turn a little bit this way. There you go.
Got it.
sliding on this trail, your instinct is to turn in the opposite direction of the way you're sliding, which makes sense because you don't want to slide into a tree. But if you have the space on the side that you're sliding towards, you actually want to turn into that slide. So it works very much like snow driving, right? Mud and snow have a lot of similar characteristics. Very nice job. Watch that turn coming up there pretty tight. Continue to reverse if you're ready. So again, little slides are going to happen. That's okay. Big slides, that's what I'm thinking.
How you like it? Yeah, if you go right up on that, yeah.
I'm gonna come back and get this one, Dick. Yeah, right. Tire buried back here. I'll take care of that widowmaker.
Yeah, that's coming down.
Oh yeah.
All right, Jim.
A little sketchy.
Move up to the next spot.
Okay.
All right, so very slippery, very technical. So again, pay attention to the areas very easy and high. It's going to be you know what to do. And we'll space back out as we continue down the trail here.
Space out.
Stuff is hard enough to walk over, never mind drive.
I know, right?
And remember, keep an eye on all four corners of the vehicle.
Right. Holy schnitz. My God, this stuff is crazy.
So everybody do your spotters a favor and just turn your headlights to the running lights. Because those headlights are going to be blinding us as spotters. So you don't want that. Your headlight dial is just above your left knee. Okay, Ben, when you're ready, come on down.
Here we go. I can't see anything in front of me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Good little Bronco Sport. Good little Bronco Sport. That's easier than the other stuff. All right.
Looking good.
Yeah, his gloves are great.
Can you see him?
Yeah, very well. It's good out here right now. It's really getting dark.
Hard passenger. There's a big rock right in front of you. A little more hard passenger. There it is. Yep, good. Straight it out.
And on a very technical trail like this, it's important that you are looking far ahead of your vehicle and planning for what's ahead, because once that gets close to you, it's going to disappear under that hood. You're not going to be able to see what's going on.
You're going to meet another trail right here.
Okay.
And I want you to turn to the right and just pull up enough to get everybody out.
Okay.
Sweet.
Great.
Good job, man.
Thank you. Oh. Yahoo. That's funny. This is just like coming off the mountain at the end of the day from skiing.
Yeah.
We're just not on skis today.
Right.
Do you both ski?
Yeah, I snowboard.
Okay.
So going down into the
through here.
parking lot. Yeah.
I do not. Well, I surf, so
Oh yeah?
nice.
Do is we're gonna park kind of all the way up next to that next set of fence posts. And
Okay.
We'll park just before them.
Okay. Not back up on the hill with this one, huh?
Yeah. So,
They like to
yeah.
put the active orange on the hill, don't they?
Right.
For display.
Yep.
As they do show up great with
They do.
they show up great for displaying.
Yeah. All right. So again, windows up. Vehicles can stay on and just hang out next to your vehicle so that we can come around and do final inspections. Radios and keys are staying in the car, but gather all your personal items while you wait for your vehicle to be inspected.
Great job, you guys. I'm gonna sign off here.
Well done.
Thank you very much. This has been amazing.
You did awesome.
Absolutely amazing.
Thanks for coming. All right. Where are we at here?
That's gonna be it for us. Gonna get some dinner. Kind of tough to tell which one is mine over here. But I think it's this one with the number 12 Massachusetts inspection sticker. Alrighty. And the Amazon Robotics stuff in there. Ugh. Goodbye, Gunstock.